Greetings and blessings, Crawford Ashley, the spiritual boxer, and I'm going to talk about boxing again, as I always do. But this is a little bit of a story time with a video on the end of it. I was watching the Joe Siluvangi fight when I'm in York, and it was on a Frank Maloney show. And I've got to York, and I find out I'm going on last. Now last is about 12:30, 1:45 in the morning. I'm headlining Lennox Lewis's fight in America with Michael Grant, I think, and it was one of them box office shows, and they wanted me on topping the bill. So I said to Maloney, I'm not topping the bill, you know what I mean, you're not giving me top of the bill money. I says, why do you put me on at 9 o'clock and put me in as a recording? No, they want you live. But TV are interested in me, and you're paying me. You know what I mean, isn't right. And then we got into a bit of an argument. I said, I'm not even fighting tonight because you're insured only up until 12 o'clock Saturday, and I'm fighting on Sunday morning. So we had to do all this running around to find out whether the insurance was in place, and then came back in and said it was. I got talked into doing the fight. Now this is how they try to make you believe you're not a ticket seller. I don't sell tickets. I'm the last one on the bill. Look how many people are still in the venue. Anyway, this is the Joe Siluvangi fight. I hope you enjoy it. Listen to the commentators and see what you think yourself. You know, it's kind of a bit sad, but when you're boxing somebody who's the calibre of Joe Siluvangi, all they do is little bits, you know, readjust little things to catch you. Anyway, full joy.
Fighting out of the blue corner, he's wearing the white trunks of trimmed with black, weighed in at 12 stone 6.5. Brings a 21 fight record, 20 wins, and 9 by royal knockout, and 1 draw. He's the former WBC International Light Heavyweight Champion from Sedan in France, Joe Siluvangi. And across the ring, fighting out of the red corner, he's wearing the black trunks and weighing in at 12 stone 6.75 pounds. He brings a 39 fight record, but he wins 27 by royal knockout, 8 defeats and 1 draw. He's a former 2-time world title challenger and the former British and Commonwealth light heavyweight champion and the former European light heavyweight champion from Leeds, where he is known as the Chilling Crawford Ashley. So, sports fans and Sky fans, stand by. 12 rounds of boxing for the vacant European Light Heavyweight Championship.
Well now, what Crawford Ashley, what have we got from him tonight? Explosive, disappointing, but he knows now that this could be the end of his career if he lost to this guy. I mean, he really would. And he's been punting around to get another world title shot at some time, but once beat Carl Thompson, who's now come to the front, who's now the WBO champion. He's 11 years as a pro, but he's a durable customer, Siluvangi. He held one of these Intercontinental Championships at one time, WBC version.
It's alright.
This is a tough match for Ashley. Siluvangi, really a competent performer. Tough, good amateur experience, you know, wily, good chin. He's not the biggest puncher, but when stamina, if this fight goes to the later stages, it's going to be tough.
He's only actually completed one 12-rounder, actually, Siluvangi, whereas Ashley's had plenty of experience at the long distance stuff. I think completed about, he's been in 13 12 rounders, but I think he completed about 5 of them.
Well, first impression, Reg, we're seeing the Crawford actually we wanted to see come out thinking sharply, not dropping his concentration and getting that ramrod jab working, because he's going to need that in the early rounds. He's looking sharp.
He stopped him in his tracks there, he dived in Siluvangi, and it was brilliant stuff there by Crawford actually.
That was world-class punching, what we've just seen there, and that really stunned Siluvangi, and it's a mark of the man's class that he survived from that, because he was really stunned, stopped right in his tracks. World-class combination.
I'd love to get another sort of possibly a final shot really actually. There are 2 cracks at World Championship, Michael Nunn and Virgil Hill, both away from home and didn't expect any favours and didn't get any.
And actually he knows he had his man in trouble there, but still showing the patience, giving him full respect. Excellent first round. As I say, this is the Crawford actually we hoped it would be.
He's fired up for this one. He made hard work with Tony Booth and Hull.
Yeah, there's still a lot of care in what he's doing, Reg. Full concentration, not doing anything silly.
Well, really dominating round here. Come up to the last 10 seconds of the opening round for this vacant light heavyweight championship of Europe. 12-7.
He just made Siluvangi look like an opponent, Reg, but he's a lot more than that. Excellent first round from Ashley.
Well, that's one in the bank anyway, in his 40th contest. Well, there you are, punches thrown and handed. What a difference. Only 2 according to the prompter there by Siluvangi. Let's have a look at some Ashley at work again here, Jim. It's got to be him. The other fellow couldn't get through all that with him. He really was stunned by that, wasn't he?
Body weight, just got his body weight, which is moving back, pulled it forward, and that little short right hand. But still, look, the patience didn't go wild. Just picking every shot he throws, he's looking for the target. Nothing wild, nothing without thinking what he's doing. Couldn't ask for a better first round than from Ashley.
Rolled stages in the corner there, Bobby Patchett in front of us from London, and he saw a sponsor come advisor, Tony Breen, a former boxer, successful printer now. Round 2. With the Dutch referee, Dan Van Drel. Don't think Mr. Siluvangi fancies this too much. He might be hard enough, but he's on the receiving end.
Yep, I think he's hoping the storm will blow over and they can maybe get to work late. But really, totally on the defensive in the first round and at the beginning of the second here. But let's remember, he is undefeated, he's boxing in decent class.
Exactly, it's a 1 draw, 20 wins.
But actually not doing anything silly. I mean, against Booth it was a poor performance, his timing was off and he was forcing it, throwing silly punches. But this is more controlled. This is a good 12-round campaign we're looking at the moment. He's just trying to counter Siluvangi at the moment. I would rather see him beat him to the punch because he is looking so sharp. That's better. He's actually trying to counter Siluvangi's jab. There he goes again. I would have him leading off.
Yeah, you can tell everything Ashley's got. He's oozing confidence, and he's got the ability when he does that. When he knows he can do something, he does look for business.
What I love about Ashley is his temperament. It doesn't matter what happened in his last fight, he doesn't take the legacy into the ring this time. I mean, the blast out with Klemetsen, you would think, right, it's all over. No, he just gets on with the job. Every day is a fresh day as far as he's concerned.
You have to realise, Jim, that, you know, you boxing guys are not machines. There are going to be nights when you get the off night.
Yeah, but some fighters can't put themselves together after those nights. Actually just forgets all about them and gets on with the job. You've got to admire that. But really concentrating tonight.
Defeat by Klemetsen, I mean, it took a bit of coming back from that. I mean, the control made him take plenty of time off before they wanted him to come back. And he's back in business, well, so far anyway. But one haymaker from Siluvangi might alter all that opinion, but I doubt it.
See, I like the way Ashley, he just doesn't want to make Siluvangi miss. He wants to punish him. Every time he slips a lead, he's coming back with counters. He's not just making the punch miss.
That's great. Oh yeah, this. I don't know what that was all about. That's the last thing you can do. The conversation, you won't even do a conversation.
March or bullshit, neither was done. You know what I mean?
Shrewd old nut in the call there, Bobby Paget. I've known him for some years. He does a lot of work for the Freddie Mills Boys Club in London. And we'll calm him down and get him doing well. To encourage him a little bit, so how good he's looking. Have a look now and replay that right-hand punch. Bingo. What a good shot that was.
Not a dramatic round there from Ashley, but the main thing is he's showing Siluvangi who's the boss, and that's another round well in the bank without really extending himself.
Third round coming up. Hello, what's the problem here now?
Got the shield, I think.
No, just wipe a bit of the water off there. Just doesn't know how to handle this Siluvangi. Oh, forget them getting mixed up again there. Siluvangi. It's
yeah, well, the main
posing, isn't he?
Yeah, he's not a pressure fighter, Siluvangi, which is good news for Ashley. Ashley has been allowed to work his own pace, and you do that at your peril. Ashley is so precise with his punches, his balance is good. If you allow him to work his own pace, he's a dangerous fellow.
Trying got a little touch of flashiness there.
What was saying, showing
And from Zaire, he just sort of nodded at Ashley and said, okay, I'm back in the fight. I got that impression. The body language was quite strange.
See, I prefer Ashley when he initiates, sets off the attack. When he tries to counter this fellow, he's not having the same success. That's better.
Hurts with that jab, didn't not just the scoring blow, he jabs hard with it, didn't he?
Yeah, that's what the jab should be. Open up for the other stuff coming through the bombs.
Actually wouldn't mind this fellow opening up with him. I think he'd hit him with good counter shots then.
Yeah, this is as controlled a performance as I've seen from Ashley for a long time. Sometimes he's too adventurous for his own good. But this is real concentration, thinking every move.
He edges himself forward a bit and throws that right hand. It's a bit of a time bomb, I tell you that, Ashley. Cracked hard that one. He's a bit high with that there. Well, he's coming to life a bit now, Siluvangi. Have a look at the stats on that one. The jab landed. Well, actually ahead as expected. But the other fellow did get through a bit, didn't he? This one.
Well, I think Chandler...
It says move recording stopped automatically. but I don't know where it stopped from.
For a title away from home, Reg, he's going to have to do a lot more than he's doing. Too laid back, too lazy. He's going to have to raise the pace. Ashley must be delighted at the moment, controlling everything.
He just knocked you out. Got you.
Another day at the office there with this poor crew.
Some of them don't have to keep doing it all the
Four.
time.
Really trying to tee off on him now, actually. He's just stiffened up the stance a little bit, got his hands a bit higher, and looking to the pot shot there. Trying to get some sort of payoff punch in. Strange enough, he's growing a bit in confidence now, isn't he, Siluvangi, Jim?
Yeah, I'm not really sure why, but he doesn't have the desire that's required, or he hasn't shown it yet, to pick up a vacant title. I mean, European title we're talking about here, he should go out and get that. But he's just a little bit laid back. He wants to steal it. He doesn't want to get involved. He just wants to powder away with that little jab. He really should be looking to get involved a bit more. Yeah, when Ashley leads off, far more success. He doesn't want to counter this fella. He wants to be careful. Chin down, move forward, but get the jab moving first. Keep him on the defensive. Lovely jab. He just wants that and then follow with the right hand. The old simple 1-2, I'm sure, with a big success.
So he needs the European Championship again now, for Ashley, because in American eyes, you know, you go up to a pretty high contender in the World Championships. A couple of good light heavyweights around, a fellow called Roy Jones. Some people think the best all-round fighter in the country, and now Michalski, we saw on Sky defeat the London fighter in Germany last week.
Yeah, Matt Prince really put up a good show. Ashley still compact, nice and careful.
Yeah, definitely one of his better nights now, actually. I imagine he's got to the stage where he's saying, well, I've got to do it all now or never.
Yeah, well, if he loses here, I mean, where do you go, Reg? I mean, is it British titles and so forth? Really?
Well, Henry Wharton would like to fight him for the European. Be a nice, fairly decent money match, I would have thought.
Nice little earner, I would think, yes.
He does the old staring look, he did around sort of thing. He doesn't mean a thing to actually, he's been all through that before. Yes, he decided to get out of Zaire and turn pro in France, and had a fairly, well, very successful 120 or 21 and drawn one, but he's only stopped 9. Oh, there, I'll get his own personal shower there. There's the punches thrown, and Ashley still ahead on that ratio anyway. Referee having very little to do. Well, it's a close corner man there, isn't it, with the advice coming now, and Paget doing most of the talking, I suspect, and Breen nodding. Round 5. Vacant European light heavyweights.
I really feel, Reg, we must have more to come from Siluvangi. He must be better than this. I don't know what his plan is, if he wants to, maybe he's heard about Ashley's dangerous punching, maybe he's heard some stamina problem and he wants to start late. But I'm sure we're going to see better from Siluvangi. He's better than this, he's got to be better than this.
Well, sometimes, as you well know, you're only as good as the opposition allows you to be, I suspect, but I mean, he did take a bit of stick early on there, so there must be some sort of bit wary, I would have thought.
But what worries me, he's not putting enough into this. This is a title challenge, he's not putting enough into it. Ashley's putting what's needed because if things are going his way, I haven't given Siluvangi a round yet because I don't feel he's deserved one.
He wants to put on an exhibition as well now.
This is what we don't want.
No.
Okay, it's working, it's worked for him, but...
Crowd like it. Oh, well, he's an actor
At
as
the
well.
beginning of the round, he was
I
talking.
presume that that referee said you can cut that out.
He was working me out, so do something different.
He'll be in trouble, Siluvangi, if he starts calling out with his mouth open and takes a punch at the same time.
He's a wicked looking left hook counter, thankfully missed. Yeah, I just get the feeling, Reg, he's got to have something better than he's shown us already.
There's one thing for sure, Jim, he takes a bit of knocking over by the look of it.
Yeah, well, that was a good shot. He took in there, I think it was the first or second round. He took that well and recovered quickly. Actually looking a little bit looser now, I wish he wouldn't do that. He's been punch perfect so far.
He really is turning his hope for it to a gymnasium workout and the championship of Europe.
Yeah, there's a sharpness about Ashley tonight, it's good to watch. On this form, it would be a great fight between him and Wharton, but there just marched on to a right hand. So just tighten back up again, things are going well, don't tempt Providence.
He won't get the full weight of the punch while he's bouncing around like that. He's better off when he anchors himself to the canvas and then he's trying to punch Ashley. I don't know what he's trying to do. Like about either I'm still here or I won that round, I hope. I doubt if he's got the nerve to say that. "31 years old actually, this fellow's getting his personal shower bath when he comes back to the corner. But there seems to be a lot of talking going on there, I must say. Have a look at Ashley in replay again, Jim.
He changed the tempo, Reg, and I agree with that, nothing wrong with that, but just keep doing it with the same method, keep the defence a little bit tighter. Took a couple of chances in that round, which he didn't have to do, but it turned out to be one of his best rounds. But just tighten back up again.
Yeah, that's a big ratio there, isn't it, on punches landed.
Round 6.
Referee just reminding the French what round it is there. Well, I can imagine how you've got this, Jim. We'll just check your unofficial. There it is. Hasn't lost a round yet, Ashley.
Now, the only alarming thing as far as I'm concerned is that Ashley wants to start showing off. See there, he's taking shots now. Get that concentration back where it's been.
At long last, he's thrown some punches, Jim. Close in, Siluvangi.
Well, Reg, I've always felt there's something better to come from him, and I knew he had to be better than what he had shown us. So actually, once that jab, this is the time when the other fella's trying to get a foothold, get that jab in his face.
He's getting through a bit with these sort of awkward-looking swings too, aren't they?
Well, Reg, you had to be better than he had shown, and here it comes now. Just at a time when Ashley's concentration started to lapse, he started to showboat a little bit. Ashley's totally lost his composure now, Reg. He's going to have to blast back here. This is the worst round for Ashley.
Yeah, you can't believe it's such a change after the brilliance really in the opening rounds. I know he had an easy target at that time until this fella's suddenly become awake.
Well, I was saying that he wasn't trying hard enough for a vacant title challenge. Now he is trying, started trying. And that's the big difference, Ashley not getting all his own way.
Sheer brute strength as well, Siluvangi, isn't it?
Well, we're just congratulating Crawford Ashley on a wonderful performance. But it's different when there's two guys in there as we have now. These right hands are solid and they're dangerous, accurate as well.
Well, he's not watching a lot of them, they're getting ridden, slip the shots.
Ashley's got to put some power into these punches, Reg. He's just cuffing, and Siluvangi's coming right through them.
He's got wind of what the judges are doing.
Close fight. It's not close fight. Even this round.
But it's arm punches from Ashley now. He wants to, as Siluvangi comes in, to step forward with a real ramrod of a jab. Now bang forward with it. That's what he has to do. No use backing off and sticking your arm out.
Well, I can imagine a little bit of GBH at the ears there. He did a couple of turns from both Patrick.
A lot of them shots, bloody missing, got ridden.
Well, Henry, Siluvangi seems to have woken up at last.
Crawford is letting right back in the fight. He should stand in the middle of the ring and use his jab. Honestly, he's neglecting his jab. That's his best piece of his tool is his jab.
He had a good start.
It's a very good start. He's got to go back to the middle of the ring and use his jab. You know, he's given this man an opportunity to get back in the fight, and that's exactly what he's done now. I'm sure now Siluvangi will grow in confidence.
So Crawford's got to get back in control.
Get back in control, and he's got to use his jab. He's got a marvellous jab, and he's got to do that.
Thanks a lot, Henry.
Got it right there. 6. That was it.
Punches landed, there was Reg.
Yeah, landed, but in the actual throw, you're right there. 7th coming up.
That's, I think he's tailing off in the corner. Get his body weight forward, chin down, and get in behind that jab. Forward with the jab, not backing off.
What's he trying to complain about there, Jim? That was
I
fair.
think he was complaining about a clash there and that little punch exchange, but nothing intentional. And Lashley's trying to be a little bit sharper now.
That's better. Stop the dancing act.
See, I would like to see him lead off with a jab, not counter. This fella's jab is longer and a little bit quicker than you think. Ashley's trying to counter punch, and the fella's rolling right over the top of him. Get the attacks off. Get the punches going first, not a counter punching display. Also, single punches are not what Ashley wants either. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, but not that single jab.
Ashley's made up his mind that this guy's going to take some knocking over now. It looks so easy for him early on. Too much sparring for openings now, this. Oh, that was, we tried to step in with that, but Siluvangi also connected, Jim.
Yep, Crawford's finding it far more difficult now. Not a lot in this round. A lot of posing, a lot of steering. Kind of nip and tuck, punch for punch.
He's got a natural strength though, isn't he, Siluvangi, Jim? If he hits you on the arm, which I think would hurt.
Yeah, but that's the reason you don't want him coming forward too often. You want to back him up if possible.
Almost a casual walk back to the corner there. I have to say this fight's not as tough for me as I thought it was going to be. Well, he's been around on a pretty old hard circuit. As I say, he only had finished 1 12-rounder. But obviously got a good amateur experience, obviously boxing the Olympic Games as well. 7th round punched that, then the landed, well, they make it even there. That's not particularly good news for him.
Well, strangely enough, I scored the round even, but I didn't have it as quite as even as that.
No.
But nobody really got the upper hand in that round at all. Punches were pretty nip and tuck, one apiece. But so at least Crawford has stopped the rot.
That clubbing right hand there looks a bit hurtful. If it does go to the fourth, we've got judges from Denmark, Luxembourg and Hungary. And the referee from Holland doesn't vote. You're wondering whether Ashley can actually stop this guy now, Jim. You'd have bet odds on it in the first 2 or 3 rounds, wouldn't you?
Yeah, well, I mean, he wasn't having a great deal of trouble. He wasn't hurting me. He hurt him a couple of times in the early part of the round, and the fellow looked very defensive-minded. But he just seems to be biding his time. But Ashley has to sharpen up a little bit. That's it. Okay, the punch missed, but it was well delivered. Just wants a little bit sharper in his movements and lead off, don't counter. This is better. The only criticism, 2 and 3 punches, not single shots.
Oh, that clubbing right hand's getting a bit worried.
See, that's where it's dangerous, Reg. He's throwing the jab from long range, and whether it lands or not, he's staying there, and he's really set up for the counter. If he throws the jab, falls with the right hand, and it doesn't land cleanly, he's on top of Siluvangi, so he can smother the counter. But throwing a single jab and just standing there is very dangerous against this fellow. 2 punches and get up close with the second punch. That's what he wants to be doing here with the chin down. In you go now. That was just a stumble. It was a big punch, but it was a stumble. But that was better. That was a better punch.
I'll see if we can follow this up now. That's what we've been looking for now.
This is exactly what we want. This is the old Crawford Ashley bag. Got more confidence in his work now. Oh, lovely. See, you keep this fella moving back and you half your problems. This fella can't really box well going back, but if you let him come forward, he's strong, he's powerful, and he's awkward. So get him on his back foot, and that's what Ashley's doing now.
You don't defend that well, Siluvangi, either, Jim. You can read that from the back of the hall when Ashley's going to throw that right hand, and he's walking clockwise onto it.
I mean, everything he does is fairly basic, but if you let him come forward, he's strong, he's tough, and he can certainly bang a bit. But get him on his back foot, as I say, half your problems have been solved.
Around there for actually came to life a bit there, all right. And when it comes to long distance fights, he's okay. He's completed 5 of them. So there's round 8 punches now. There the punches have landed. I mean, that really is actually 19 against 9. That's not bad, is it? Let's have a look at the fight total. Well, Look at that, Jim, 122 against 85.
Yeah, well, that's pretty much how I'm scoring it. It's just that I thought he lost his way a little bit just for a couple of rounds. Lost a round in my card and halved the next round, shared it. That was much more like it.
Have a look at that stumble, I think, there, Jim.
Yeah, with the jab line, it was a good jab, but you can see it was there.
Yeah, it was the missing punch that caused the stumble.
Really well balanced.
So round 9 then. Jim, let's have a look at that scorecard again. No, you only give the Siluvangi one round in there.
Yeah, when a share of an hour, that's it.
Yeah.
Which I think's about fair. It took far too long till it started.
Got to keep the pressure on. You can hear Ashley's comrades of this weekend saying that. Don't let him settle.
Even if he doesn't want the pressure, he's got to get his punches off first. He can't counter-punch this fellow, it's not working. Any problems he runs into is when he tries to counter, allowing this fellow to come forward. So Ashley has to lead off and get some power into the jab, right hand, and get his body weight moving forward.
Mentally strong with this Siluvangi, Jim. He really is. Just as well they're not working inside too much because he could shut Crawford Ashley off, I think.
See, this is where he's standing waiting for Siluvangi to punch so he can counter. Really, he should be moving in himself. Bang, that's it. See, he is quicker than Siluvangi, so he shouldn't wait to react. Lead off. Every time he does that, Reg, it's success.
There's any body weariness at the early hours of the morning as we're watching this live.
What a different class he is, Reg, when he just snaps the punches out, moves forward and gets that jab crunching out. Hasn't dominated this round, probably just nicked it on the more accurate punches, but I'd rather see him his body weight forward more often. Just take the initiative a bit more.
The occasional clobbering around the left ear there actually takes on two little swipes. I say little, they're probably powerful enough actually. They're really saying to this fellow, come on, let's get this job over with if we can. Not that there's any danger of a point loss at this stage anyway. They've been around 2 world championship fights he's had, 6 British, 5 European. So he really knows the business, but as I said at the start, it's always an up and down with Ashley, not quite sure which one's turning.
Well, this is certainly one of his better performances. And I know when you've got a lot of rounds in the bank, he feels he's in front, you don't want to take chances, but I think it's far more dangerous to coast now and back off from this fellow. It's less dangerous to go forward and get up close to him.
So he took every second to sit on the stool there for come out for round 10 actually. European light heavyweight vacant championship. Crawford Ashley from Leeds, Joe Siluvangi from France via Zaire.
There's a good right hand, Siluvangi just chopped in a nice little short right hand, bang on the chin.
Siluvangi beat him in London.
Well, I did say Reg in the early rounds that I felt that there was more to come from him. There hasn't been an awful lot more, but you know, a couple of times he's looked dangerous coming forward, but he hasn't sustained it. You get the feeling he can do the job, but he just needs a good shake. So thankfully for Ashley, although he has drawn some blood from Ashley's nose, he's actually struggling a little bit in this round. He's been backed up. But still, Siluvangi wants to pick away, win the round, but picking at it, he's not matching up and using his strength. Actually breathing with his mouth wide open. Yes. I think that nosebleed's giving him some problems.
Yeah, a bit of breathing there.
This round is developing a bit of a struggle for Ashley.
Minute to go in the round.
Well, something's been hitting Ashley about the face, Reg. He's beginning to be a bit banged up looking here.
Yeah.
His eyes,
we'll have to watch the referee or something, isn't it? Yeah. No, he's clubbed him about a bit there, Siluvangi.
Yeah, the mouth open all the time with Ashley now. I think that nose is giving him problems.
Does jab well when he wants to, Ashley, as well.
I think he's just left it a little bit late in this round, Reg.
It's an old-fashioned look there from Ashley as he turned to look at the opponent and walk to the corners. This is, oh dear, you're still there, aren't you? Well, hiding him in there somewhere. Yes, they're trying to work on the nose. I think it's causing a bit of breathing problem, no doubt. Yeah, there's another angle, that's it, yeah, they're working on the nose as we suspected. Covering him up in the corner almost. And so we've looked at every angle at it now. One way or another, they're doing their night's work, the cornermen. 11th round coming up, so 6 minutes to go. And that's a haymaker lands and ends it. A question here with the head here, of course, for Ashley, of course. But you often wonder whether this Siluvangi's going to, give it all or nothing in the last couple of rounds. So, he's got to contain himself a bit now, Ashley. I can understand if he doesn't want to unload too many punches in case he gets caught by a haymaker.
I still feel Reg is most vulnerable when he backs off. I don't know how strong he's feeling. He's going to be controlling most of the pace. It hasn't been a hectic pace, it's been a good steady pace. If he's still feeling fairly strong, I would still much rather see him come forward. This fellow is at his most dangerous when he's going forward. So just keep the chin down, hands up, and drill in behind the punches. Keep this fellow backed up. You have to expect Siluvangi now to give it all he's got, because he must know, his corner must to keep him posted, he's well behind.
There'll be a bit of a delay at the end of the contest, assuming it goes to full 12, because you've got to collect the 3 judges' cards. The referee can't raise a hand until they've been checked by the supervisor. Support to, of course, Ashley's got from virtually local leagues. out at this time in the morning to getting some reaction like that. Well, they've kept their swelling down well in Ashley's corner, just around the left eye there.
He's so much better when he comes forward.
He stumbled more by missing the punch actually, Siluvangi, doesn't he, than taking one.
Yeah, his balance is bad at times. Another reason, don't let him come forward. If he has poor balance and you're pushing him back, he's going to make a lot of mistakes. He's very ungainly.
Coming up to the end of the 11th. I'm sure that coming into the fight, Ashley didn't expect this to go 12. Yeah, he dragged himself back a little bit there, and he really is blowing hard, isn't he, Siluvangi? I mean, he might be limited in his ability, but he's given it all he's got.
I think he just left it too late in getting started, Reg, to keep himself in the fight points-wise. I mean, he virtually gave Ashley the first 4 rounds.
So they are total punches landed there, Jim. That's overwhelming, of course, for Ashley. But there's the close-up report for Ashley coming up for the last round. Dominated the fight. He was probably disappointed that he couldn't stop this fellow, and you know, merit the success in America, but still, if you win the light heavyweight championship in Europe, vacant, well, it's a step ahead. Will certainly defence against Henry Wharton, as we've said, and who knows, with a bit of luck, maybe get a shot against Gizlichowski.
Well, let's get this job done first. Concentration here, especially in the first minute of the round. No slip-ups now. A good night's work behind him. There's no slip-ups.
He's putting on a show with the big finish.
I just wish he would stop throwing single punches. He's so much more effective when he lets them go in 2s and 3s. He's sharper, he's quicker than Siluvangi, but when he throws single punches, he's dropping down to Siluvangi's level at his pace.
Biding his time there, Ashley. So we're midway through the last round of the European Light Heavyweight Championship. Just killing him there with his feet, didn't he, Ashley? Siluvangi doesn't know how to lead to him when he's on the move.
Yeah, he's far sharper in every department than Siluvangi. It's just when he trades at single jabs that he runs into some troubles. But it's been a good performance. Oh, in the last minute now, so just concentration for the last 3/4 of a minute.
Maybe at the moment, isn't it? Catch me if you can.
Yeah, punches landed. It's been a poor last round. I think it's about nothing each at the moment in the last round.
Yeah.
But Ashley obviously knows he has plenty in the bank. He's well ahead, just seeing the fight out.
Don't lose it then, if nobody's it and then it's wrong.
Hello, he's pointing to himself, Jim. I mean, he's got more front than the Pentagon doing that, hasn't he? You see that? I had a feeling he might do that. I've won it. What it means is, I hope it means at least I've stayed in there for 12 rounds. Well, he's got a bit of a shot coming. So let's have a look at our final stats. I mean, yeah, well,
What, 55,
pretty
56?
successful there. I made him mine.
Defence.
What would you give Siluvangi? 1 round, 2 rounds at the most, or 1
Yeah,
on
I think I gave him 2 rounds with one level. I scored the last round level because really neither man really did anything in the last round. They just posed and flicked around. It was a poor last round. They had a fairly good contest. So I think I probably gave Siluvangi 2 rounds with 2 level, if I remember. Wouldn't surprise me if the referees got it a little bit wider for Ashley, but 4 rounds to Ashley. The judges. But I mean, 4 rounds to Ashley, that's the least it could be. That's the least it should be.
Well, I hope I can hurry this up a bit. So Denmark, Luxembourg, Hungary judges. Supervisor John Morris, there's their names. Well, I do hope there's no problems here, Jim. I think I might be ducking under the ring if there are. An upset with the man from Zaire really thought he might have won that. Always gets drawn out, doesn't it, this surely it can't be that difficult.
Yeah, always drawn out, and we still see some complete mix-ups.
Oh well, all pals again.
This is fairly straightforward as far as I'm concerned. A good sporting contest all the way through, but only one winner.
Well, yeah, there you are. You see, that's the judges' cards have been handed in now to the 2 supervisors to make sure that they've got them in the right channels and that they've totted them up correctly. They hand the card in after each round to the referee to give to the supervisor. It isn't down to the MC now. He's got a query as well. No, he hasn't. Up come the microphone. Here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 12 rounds of boxing, we have a split decision.
A split decision? I don't believe this.
Judge Freddie Christensen scores the contest 116-112 in favour of Ashley. Judge Tonio Tabera scores the contest 116-115 in favour of Siluvangi.
I don't believe that.
And Judge Bella Florin scores the contest 116-114 in favour of the new European light heavyweight champion from Leeds, the Chin Crawford.
He's got it, but I'm afraid one of the judges must
My
have been
first thing changed now when we did the decision because I discussed it on a split.
Winner by 1 point. But the others have made it fairly clear, but not as wide as Jim Watnott. So he's back in business again, Crawford Ashley now, the new light heavyweight champion of Europe.
Thanks to Regenta Jim. What his heart must have missed a beat or two there, Crawford Ashley, but all's well that ends well, and he is going to reclaim that European title belt. And with that, hopefully, his passport back into some big fights and some big money, with time not on his side in his career now. Very soon we'll be crossing to the United States, but next...
To go in and nick it, not to bum him out unless I had him really, and there was no way in that fight I had him hurt at all. I came with some beautiful shots, and I was just looking in his eyes and he wasn't hurt and it was too dangerous. And in the 10th round, I tried to go with my jab and just took it with the right hand. So my second jab away from the clean man, I think it bust the nose, but...
The game plan was to nick it?
Yeah, we was going in there to nick the fight. If we'd have caught him and hurt him, we went to jump all over him, but we was going in there to nick it because we knew it was a tough fighter. He's unbeaten. Oh, everybody's running from him, and I don't run from nobody, you know.
But you made an excellent start. You seemed to be in total control, and then he sort of woke up and came back into it.
Well, that was his strategy. He was trying to take the sting out of my shots, and mine was, when he came on strong, I just tried to not go with him, to waste anything, just to sort of like get through it, try and nick the rounds, and then when I had an opportunity to bang him in some combinations, try and catch the judge's eye.
Next plan, a possible 3-title fight clash with Henry Wharton, local neighbour?
With anybody, it doesn't make no difference to me. It will be Henry. Depends on what they want to do. I'll fight anybody like everybody knows. It's up to them.
Is there another world title challenge left in Crawford Ashley?
There's a lot left in Crawford Ashley. Just get the opponents and let me show you.
Well done tonight, congratulations.
And one more thing, Adam, where's my jacket?
You'll get one soon.
Thanks.